Testing another emissary build, and this time it's Fiend Emissary, and we're against a very good player playing Chaos Turbo. So let's see who's going to start first. And remember to hit that like and subscribe if you're enjoying this new series. So it looks like we're starting with a Paw of Greed, Emissary, Dark Necrophere, Dark Mimic, and a Jar of Greed. Our opponent has Sangan, Spy, Heavy Storm, Jar, and Magician of Faith. Very nice. We draw into a Graceful Charity, which is quite good. But I didn't want to start drawing. I wanted to do some deck thinning, so we're just going to summon the Emissary and the Jar first. And it looks like they're not really doing any commitment, but that was still the right call because in case we're against like Warrior or something more aggressive, at least we're going to do some deck thinning and then do all draw power. But Trap Dushu is going to put back the Dark Mimic, and we are going to swing, hoping that it gets destroyed. It does not. So now we decide to like commit. So we're going to go into the jar, and we draw into a jar. So now the paw gained a 2, and it's not bad. Now Graceful Charity, and we got another nice Assailant. So we're going to discard both and add both back to hand. Very, very nice. And it looks like we're just going to set 2 and pass. Now they go and activate the jar and Heavy Storm, and we are definitely chaining. So we're going to draw 1, and so it's just a fair trade. And next we are going to go and we draw into another Dark Necrophere, which is like not the greatest, but it's okay. So Sangan is going to be summoned. We are going to attack with the Emissary, taking 400. And then we're just going to set the Dimension Fusion. Since we're in a situation that we're not really having fiends in the graveyard, there's not a real reason to have it, and it's just too many steps for us to potentially use it. So in this situation, it would not be bad or lose value if your opponent did like a fair exchange with an MSD or a card like that. So that's why I went and decided to set it. So he's going to go with the jar. And then it looks like they're going to go with the duel. And he's selecting the Night Assailant. And we're discarding another Night Assailant as well. So he's minusing 1 for no apparent reason. And paying 1,000, which is very nice. So we're going to draw into a Dark Mimic. We're going to go set it and pass. He is going to go Thunder Dragon, which is quite good. A little +1 and deck thinning. Now we draw into DD Trainer. He goes with Geki Break. Very interesting. We're going to go and put Sangan in defense and then set the Night Assailant. He is going to add back the Sinister, and it looks like we Geki Break once again. Now we have the Slate Warrior, and we're setting it. He adds back the Sinister and Nobleman on the Slate Warrior, which makes us happy because we have the Dimension Fusion, and we like plays like that. So we're going to banish all 3, which is very nice. Now we top deck into Dark Ruler Hades, so we could clean this all up. So we're going to add a Dark Mimic, and then we're going to banish 3 for Dark Necrophere. And now to OTK, we're going to go with a Snatch Steal, switch it to attack mode, and now Dimension Fusion to spell summon 1 Slate Warrior, and this is game. Attack with the Dark Necrophere, and the rest is over 7,000. So now we're into game 2. If there was other plays that either of us should have done, definitely comment it down. So they're starting with a Spy, Dekochi, Jar, Chaos Orc, and a Nobleman. We have the Trainer, Dark Ruler, Dark Mimic, Sangan, and a Jar. They're going to draw into their own jar, and they're going to set 2 and pass. We draw into a Dark Mimic. Our hand's not looking the greatest. Too many monsters, so we're going to go and just T-set. He goes with the Spy. Special summoning another in attack mode, playing very aggressive. Now he's going to go and activate both jars. Very nice. Then pop Greed. And it looks like they are going to go and swing for 24, which is a lot of damage. Now he's going to go and set for Trap Dushu on 1 Dark Mimic. And then on another one, we really cannot do much. So we're going to go Jar, and we top deck into Emissary. Not bad. So we're going to just swing over a Spy since that's the only option. He draws into Geki Break, Dekochi for another Dekochi, set the Dekochi. We draw into an Emissary. We weren't summoning it because I didn't feel confident that we could just freely summon the Dark Ruler and attack the face down without it being destroyed. So I thought this was like the most safest approach. So we're going to go and swing into Bro. He did draw into the Thunder Dragon, so that Chaos Orc is now live. So adding 2, and it looks like he is going to spell summon it and banish 1. And we're not in a good position, so pretty much the only thing we could do is tribute summon for Dark Ruler and hope that our attack could potentially go through just to fill a graveyard. If he goes and destroys Dark Ruler, at least it's in the graveyard instead. So we just minus over there. He's going to go and add the Kochi with a Night Assailant, draws into a Magician of Fate. Pretty good. So he's now going to go and set, and it's not looking good for us at all. So he is going to go with Geki Break on it, and he definitely has the advantage to attack for game. So now we're into game 3. Winner takes it all. But I have to warn you, I didn't really side correctly for this one, so there was definitely some mistakes. But we're starting with an Emissary, Jar, Card Destruction, Slate Warrior, and a Jar. Our opponent has the Upstart Goblin, Thunder Dragon, Great Keeper Spy, Night Assailant, and a Heavy Storm. Very nice. Now we're going to keep it simple. Summon the. No, we're actually going to set the Slate Warrior. Very true, because I wanted to gain the attack boost in case if we have to attack into a spy again. So, and it does good deck thinning for us. So, Upstart is going to make us gain 1,000. Heavy Storm, we are plussing over here. Very nice. Now we're in a good position. We are going to flip the Slate Warrior. It's gaining the attack. There is a little bit of a regret right here. And I summoned the Emissary. And I shouldn't. I should have just attacked with the Slate Warrior and seen from there. So we're going to attack. And yeah, I kind of regret it. I should have just went main phase 2, set the second Slate Warrior, see how it goes. But he is going to go Weekeki Break on the Slate Warrior. Now Spy is going to be added back. He is going to spell summon the Chaos Sork and banishing our Emissary. And he's going to go and set 2. We draw to Duel, which is quite nice since we have the card destruction. And we didn't want him to exchange his Thunder Dragons for like better cards. So now card destruction, which might have been a little bit too greedy. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have actually been more cautious and just set it like the Sangan instead. I feel like that would have been a better play, but so MSD on it. Now we're going to go Nobleman on the spy. He's going to banish another one. We're going to set 2 and pass the top stacks into the BLS. He is going to attack. And there is some regret right here because we went ring, and I do believe we should have went with the Mirror Force. And the reason why is because like Mirror Force is very situational. So now he met that situation. So it should have been activated because rain could be activated at any time. So you don't really need a specific. You could actually respawn towards things. So since he was guaranteed that this card was live now, we should have actually activated the Mirror Force. So there was some regrets in doing that. Yeah. I find that was a bit of a misplay. We draw 2 Dimension Fusion, which was a big misplay because I did take one out, but I should have taken both of them out. So yeah, that was bad. So Regeki Break is going to be set. We draw into Snatch Steel, which is not worth using, especially if we're only going to deal like 200. So we draw into a Nice Talon though, which is very worth it. So we're going to set that. He is going to go with the BLS, and he is going to banish it. So we are losing that. We draw into a Brain Control. We're in a position that we could do some cool plays. So the first thing we're going to do is Snatch. He is going to go Regeki Break. Now we have a few options, and you know what? Kind of regret this, but we're going to go Brain Control, and then we're going to swing because I really want to wipe them out. But I feel like the best play would have been to just use BLS to banish the face down, then Dimension Fusion to bring everything back. His board would be occupied. So at the end phase, this is going to be removed. He might have a Chaos Sork like still for banishing, but you know what? It would be less threatening compared to the BLS still being live. So I feel like there was a lot of better plays. Comment down below what you think. So he's going to go and top deck into a Chaos Sork, which is incredible. So Upstart is going to be used, and he top deck into the Breaker. Oh my god. So he's going to summon the Breaker. He is going to go and use it, and it's kind of weird, but he's in a good position. Like, he could OTK, so instead he is just swinging, because is that even OTK? Yeah, that is OTK. He could have actually summoned. Am I missing something? No, he has a light and a dark. Okay, so he doesn't OTK. He's checking his graveyard now. Maybe he didn't realize that he had both. So we draw into Dark Necrophere. We're going to banish for it, and then we're going to swing. And yeah, there's not much we could do. So he's going to go and spell summon the Chaos Orc and banish the BLS. And it looks like that is officially game. Oh man. Now I do really love this deck a lot. One thing I do want to like point out, so like for consistency wise, maybe Dark Necrophere at 3 is a bit too much. Maybe 2 is perfect. I would not play 1. There's no point. I would say like at least 2. There hasn't been too much issues with it. Dimension Fusion is very good at 2, not a problem. Against Chaos Turbo, maybe taking them out would be the best choice, because if they're already in a position of banishing like that, then they definitely have a very good advantage. So I'm not too crazy about that. I wish I actually cited it out. There's a few other like mentions. Dark Ruler Hades, definitely an amazing card, and at 2 have zero issues. There has been no issues of playing with 2 Dark Ruler Hades in this deck. Like there's none. And this deck has a really good matchup for like Panda Burn as well. Like a lot of burn decks, there's been like 100% success rate. Reasoning Gate, we OTK too, and it's not that harmful for like having Dimension Fusion, since them it's very limited. and it's more like it has to be on their terms for them to really benefit off the Dimension Fusion. So like being able to OTK with it is quite well, and especially doing cool combos with Slate Warrior, you could definitely go and set your own Slate Warrior and nobleman it, because you could actually choose your own, and then use Dimension Fusion to spell summon all three, and you have three 1900 beaters, and you plus one. So there's some cool plays over there that you could definitely do. Actually, no, it's not a plus one. It's a fair exchange because you're using three cards to get three cards. So but definitely very cool deck. I feel like there's definitely some work that needs to be put into it, but so far been having a lot of fun with it. Have been quite a bit of success as well. There's definitely a thing that we have to like change a bit about like siding wise, especially for Chaos Turbo. I feel like Chaos Turbo will be the hardest match, but besides that, it does very well. And if you guys enjoyed this deck, definitely hit the like and subscribe. I'm Vaughn, and this was the Gear Channel.